What happened?
It's not broken. It was taking too long.
So it's on?
Mm-hmm.
So, what is this? What do we say?
I don't know.
Alright, we just saw Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
and this is how we thought of it. Amanda, what were your thoughts on Suicide Squad as a whole?
It was alright.
It was alright, okay.
It's alright.
I'm among the same, I think. It was alright. It wasn't terrible, but it was a fun movie.
It was
I
fun.
think. It was a very fun movie.
Yeah.
So if you want a fun movie, you definitely go see Suicide Squad. What did you like most about the movie? Let's start with good. I'm sorry that I'm slamming my hand on the table. It's probably really loud. I apologize. What was your favorite part of the movie?
The Joker.
That's not true. We'll get to that. That's not true. What was your favorite part of the movie? You butthole.
Honestly? Yeah, Deadshot was pretty good. I liked his humor.
Yeah.
But I will probably be the only one who says this. I really liked Enchantress.
I liked her too. I thought she was awesome.
Yeah, I keep reading it. No one really...
People don't like her?
No. She was a bad villain. I just like her because she's pretty. I thought she was awesome.
I don't think she was a terrible villain. She kind of did what villains do. I'm going to make a big thing and blow up everything or do whatever. And she kind of almost did. Like, how many people she killed, like, an entire city. I don't know. I think she was a good villain. Better than, fucking Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy. I loved Guardians of the Galaxy, but Ronan was, like, a butthole and was useless. He had no part in that movie, I don't think. But that's a different movie. So, alright, okay. So Enchantress was, like, your top favorite? Enchantress and Deadshot?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I liked Enchantress, but not that much. I liked Deadshot because he was an asshole, but still pretty smart, but not, like, too smart. He's, like, exactly the way I think he is in the comic books, like, the way Floyd is. Where, like, he is clever, he's smart, he knows what he's doing. He was a little bit less militaristic than he is in the comic books, but they worked with that. I think that worked well when he was just like, fuck you guys, I don't give a shit. I really liked him. I thought he was awesome. They did the father-daughter thing really well.
Yeah.
I thought that, like, that felt genuine. That felt like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, man. Fucking loved Killer Croc. I loved Croc just because I love Killer Croc from all the comic books, and you can't really fuck him up that bad. Except near the end, they started to just turn him into a racial stereotype.
That was the thing. Like, I think, I don't know where they reshot the movie at, like what parts, but everyone that I hear from is like, wow, like the first part of the movie was great, and then the last 20 minutes were not. That's what I keep hearing.
I guess, yeah, I could kind of see that. I don't know. I mean, I guess because of all the violence and the death, you know, I don't give a shit. Like, enough. I don't care if the movie's good, if I'm having a good time, and that's kind of what it is. Like, I guess that's what separates it being a really good movie from it just being a fun movie. Yeah. So, like, the pacing felt a little strange.
Yeah,
the story, it also wasn't good that they went to go fucking...
Something felt off.
The whole time they were like, we gotta pick somebody out of the building. And it was her. And it was like, wow, good one, guys. Like, instead of maybe dropping something for a next movie and making the...
Well, they didn't...
You didn't need to make that Waller. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I thought that was just like...
I thought it was like, whoa, okay. Like, that it was her.
Yeah, I genuinely didn't expect it, but...
I don't know. They definitely did not set up another movie. There was end credit things that wasn't setting up...
No, that was setting up Justice League,
Justice League.
But alright. So, favorite parts of the movie, Enchantress, because she was really, really pretty. Yeah, she looks fucking cool. She looks really good. It looks awesome. And her powers are horrifying and awful, and, like, fuck that.
I don't like that she was still, you know... She should have died, yes.
Yeah, I agree. She definitely should have died.
That didn't make sense.
There's spoilers. We'll say spoilers in the beginning. Yeah, the girl lives when he's like, I thought I killed you. She's like, I thought I killed you. And it's like, you should have killed her. Like, because that was, like, the point. It's like, hey, you need to kill me if it happens.
They should have been attached. Like, you know?
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
To show just how awful Enchantress is.
And I don't know anything about her actual character, but I know, like, that is how it happens. You know, she goes into that temple or whatever, and it you know, but I don't know anything about her character. If she dies, is she supposed to really die?
Comic book, probably not. They probably are able to save the person. That's usually, I don't know. But, I agree with that, definitely. Also, Boomerang was fucking great.
It was pretty great.
Boomerang was exactly what I expected. I know a lot of characters weren't exactly what everyone expected, you know? Little differences. But Boomerang was fucking perfect. He was not exactly out of the comic books, but perfect in what they've done with him. Just a drunken asshole. That was it. That was Boomerang's character from beginning to end. He didn't give a fuck. I think he still didn't give a fuck by the end of the movie. There were parts where he was like, I kind of give a fuck. But, like, not really. And, like, right after that, he was like, I don't give a fuck again. And it was pretty great. I think he was fantastic. The whole reason that he joins them in the end is great. Like, they all, their, spoiler alert, their stupid, nano chip controller he smashes it. He's like, you guys are free. Go do whatever you want. And all of them leave. And he immediately leaves. He leaves immediately. And then when they're all walking, like doing the badass walk to go fight the main bad guy, he just comes back and he's like, like, I had nothing better to do, kind of, or like, fuck it, I'm gonna go with you guys because this shit, just whatever. Which I thought was perfect. He didn't say anything. He didn't need to say anything because you just get it. And then he had a unicorn. He has a stuffed unicorn with him constantly because it's his fetish. It was great. It was a great scumbag. It was wonderful. So I thought he was great. And I thought Harley Quinn was pretty good.
Yeah. I liked her.
Yeah.
I did. I enjoyed her.
Yeah, I thought she was pretty good. I like that they added her old school outfit in there, like as a flashback scene, and she pulls it out of the thing, but chooses, just to wear a t-shirt and whatever, the booty shorts or whatever she's wearing. But I really liked her. I thought that she was pretty true to form.
She only had She only said like two jokes or whatever that just kind of were, like, what's the word? Not good.
Not funny. Forced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the elevator thing when she walks off the elevator and it's like, what's everyone looking at? And it's like, all right, we get it. You know what I mean? She's cool. Like, we already got that, though. Like, I don't think they really needed to do that. It kind of shoves it in your face. But still, she is cool. Like, she is cool. Apologize if I'm sniffling and stuff. I'm kind of getting over a sickness. But, So, yeah. So, Deadshot was really good. Croc was really good. Fucking Boomerang was wonderful. Harley Quinn was good. She was a good Harley Quinn. She was decent. Kind of had all the attributes.
She still had her kind of accent, which a lot of people thought wasn't going to be there, and it was there.
It was there. What is that?
Brooklyn, New York.
Accent? Yeah. So it was good. And she was flirty and she was like vicious and violent as hell and like it was fun. Also, the Japanese
I don't know who
samurai
she is
chick,
I don't know her.
Katana. I don't know her either, but she was cool. I want to know more. Yeah, like I want to see another movie with her in it because they dropped a bunch of shit.
But her husband,
she's got crazy backstory. She's got a sword that traps your soul inside of it, and it's like, damn, like, fuck yeah, I want to see more of that shit. It's fucking awesome. You got to think though, if she's got a sword that traps everyone she kills with it in there. So her husband's in there, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler, her husband's in there. She took the sword from whatever. But so she's killing all the guys to get revenge and killing them with that sword.
Yeah.
So if you think, her husband's kind of sitting in there in the sword room, wherever that's at.
Well, you don't know what it's like in there.
Right.
They could just be wispy little things, like everyone's gone to Rapture.
Right, maybe. But I'm thinking, I'm sitting on a couch, I'm in the sword room, right?
Yeah.
You killed me.
There's a couch in the sword room.
Yeah, you killed me. And I hate you, and then you get killed by her sword, and then you're in there. So like she's kind of trapping him with all of his worst enemies forever, which is kind of fucked up. I think that sucks, but that's poking holes in the logic and being overly.
Well, yeah,
I'm overthinking it, but
you really are, because I doubt there's a couch in that sword room, and I doubt that they're all in the same room. Like,
you're
it's
just
not like
ridiculous.
A room.
You don't know that.
You don't know that.
You don't know that, though.
You don't.
So I could be right.
But I could be right.
I'm not saying you aren't.
But I'm not saying you aren't.
No, you are saying that I'm not.
I'm just saying there's not a couch there.
You want to turn off this camera and fight about this? I will scream at the top of my lungs like a child.
It's 11 o'clock.
I will scream like a little girl. I will pee all over my pants, and then we'll see who looks ridiculous. Let's get back on topic. All right, so we like the different parts, right? Pretty good. What was your least favorite part of the movie?
No one died. Not a single person
Diablo
died. All right. Listen, like, how many people in the Suicide Squad are replaced? How many people die on the Suicide Squad?
So in the
nobody died.
The
they were all friends. They all lived happily ever after. Nobody died.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Joker, but nobody died. It wasn't the Suicide Squad. It was just let's
Joker
get all.
didn't die. Yeah.
Let's get all the bad guys together. You know,
because we don't care if they die, and because, well, hey,
I don't care about
Slipknot.
I don't care about that guy. He didn't have a single speaking line.
I've never heard of that character. He was
they made him for the movie,
man that could
so
climb
they didn't
anything.
have to kill any of the other characters. The man that could climb anything. They made him for the movie. I doubt he's even
in one of the Suicide Squad comic books. The first one they cap.
What was his name?
What's
his name?
Slipknot, the man that can climb anything.
Okay.
Incredible character.
Okay.
You get really deep backstory with him.
I want to know if he's
awesome.
real.
You get to know everything about him. You're just gonna get Slipknot the band. You look up Slipknot DC character. Slipknot was in the DC comics as Slipknot. But yeah, so is he in it?
Yeah, he is.
So he's pointless. He dies. They blow him up. I think that's just to show you that the bombs are real.
Yeah.
Just like in
But they did it
there's a
once.
movie of the Suicide Squad, a cartoon movie.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
awesome, and that's called Assault on Arkham. And Assault on Arkham, look it up. It's fucking so much fun. It's a really great movie. And in that, yeah, a couple of them die, straight up, because, whoops, you know what I mean? Like, we don't care about you, and that's how it goes. One of the guys dies right away because he doesn't believe them, so he walks out of the thing and his head explodes. You know what I mean? So, you know, that one's awesome. We can talk about that later, but that's a fucking great movie. Definitely should watch it. Killer Frost is in it. It's awesome. King Shark. So, least favorite part of the movie is that no one died. I fucking agree. It didn't feel...
It's not a Suicide Squad movie. It was a
Yeah.
superhero movie, but with
Also,
bad guys.
the monsters that were dying, they were kind of unsatisfying kills.
Yeah.
So, like, it was
weird.
still fun. It was still fun to watch. It was still really fun. The action's really cool and everything. But, like, I would have liked to see more blood and guts in my supervillain movie. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
in my Suicide Squad
They weren't
movie.
people.
Like, I'd like,
they weren't
yeah.
killing people. They
And
weren't...
they were barely even killing living creatures. They were
Yeah.
like charcoal that runs around and slaps you a lot, you know. And so it was,
Yeah.
I liked it, the concept of like zombie-ish sort of things,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe just make them people with like black eyes or something. I don't know. Then you could see like heads getting really decapitated. You couldn't tell what parts were flying
Yeah.
off. Whereas if it was blood and arms, it'd be like, okay, cool. You know, Killer Croc being able to rip someone's throat out or rip his fucking heart out, then it's like, yeah, okay, yeah. Deadshot capping people in the actual head and, you know. Sorry, but,
Did you like the combat?
yeah, I thought it was fun.
I didn't... It felt like something was wrong with it.
Like, it was hard to see what was going on.
A little bit.
That's because you had a dark movie
Yeah.
at night, with monsters that were entirely black.
Yeah.
And not at all, and almost
just-
amorphousy. Like, it was hard to really tell. They were humanoid, but, like, it was hard because they were so, like,
It
like,
almost felt
blobby.
like there wasn't combat at all in the movie, to me. When, like, thinking back to it, like, I don't know if I blanked. Like,
Well,
the only thing I
the
can remember
office
is
scene,
Deadshot
the street.
on top of the police car.
The car.
That's the only thing that I can really remember. And then, what's his face? With the fire.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
it. That's
Diablo.
it. That's it. That's all I remember from, like, any of the combat.
Huh.
It just didn't stick.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I don't know. I liked it. I had fun. I wish, like I said, I just wish that they were like more humanish or monster-ish, or not just chalk that you punch in half. You know,
Eyeball goo.
yeah, crusty, gooey stuff. Like, it was like it's kind of boring, but still cool. Still cool. I don't know. I really liked the scene with Deadshot on the car.
Yeah,
Just
it
like,
was
it's like, good God, he's a fucking monster. Like, What, like, one-man arsenal, I think, is what they called him in his, like, drop-down list. And
it was very long.
Because it was illegal weapon possession, I think, and he had, like, every weapon known to make, like, every kind of firearm ever. Yeah, it was pretty good.
What's your worst, you know?
So, my least favorite part of the movie? So, you know, there's a lot of problems with this movie, and there's, like, a lot of things that make this a bad movie.
Yep.
You know, well, you know, a lot of things that take away from the fact that it could have been a good movie. One of them is that they took someone who is, I think, one of the most popular villains of all time, one of the most iconic villains of all time, and the Joker. And they took the Joker and they turned him into a man. That
Was
now
he a man?
normally the Joker is, you know, intimidating and scary and shit, and that's the point, right? So this Joker, I'm 5'3", and I'm not that big of a guy, you know, physically. He reminds me of a man that would be my prison bitch in prison. Like, I would own the Joker's butt in prison. This Joker, what's his name?
Jared Leto?
Jared Leto would be my prison bitch, no doubt. He was like a wet noodle, kinda. There was no point to him.
No,
and he didn't
belong.
do anything. He didn't belong in the movie, and I think that was a big problem. So, like, besides the fact that he looks like a fucking bitch the whole time, like, he's not intimidating or scary. I'm covered in tattoos, and I'm missing all my teeth, and it's like, wow, looks like you just got your ass kicked a lot. Like, I'm just not, you know, I'm not intimidated by it. But the fact that he was so shoehorned in, and it's like, you really gonna fucking do that to one of your biggest fucking villains? Like, I get it, you got Harley Quinn in there. You can't have Harley Quinn without talking about him, but maybe that's all it needs to be. Instead, maybe make Harley Quinn more of a focus, and just, she kind of talks about it every once in a while. Like, maybe make her recovering from him. That would have been cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I heard you used to fucking run around with the Clown Prince, right? And she could have been like, yeah, that's, you know, that's behind me. You know what I mean? I'm better than him now. Or maybe he fucked her over. Maybe he's the reason she's in prison. I don't know. Then you wouldn't have to explain him.
He is the reason she was in prison.
Yeah, he abandoned her. Yeah. Like a bitch. You know, but that's the joke. I mean, that's classic Joker.
I know.
But maybe show, like, instead of showing him at all, just show little glimpses in back, like, you know, flashbacks, so you can really get, like, oh man, this is a bad guy, through different things. Maybe showing him also, well, hold on, I'll get to that. But so, like, yeah, you could have not had him in the movie at all and made him more intimidating than having him in the movie and making him look like a ferret in human form, covered in tattoos, which is exactly what he reminds me of. A ferret. I hated the way he looked. Whoever designed him, like, he looks like he's straight out of a 14-year-old girl's fan fiction. That's what he looks like. If, like, some 12-year-old in Hot Topic, they were like, hey, can you make the Joker for us real quick? And that's because, sure, I can. And they were like, all right, go get him. And then made that unholy cacophony of nonsense. But worse than that, worse than the way he looks and the fact that he was shoehorned in, is, and I don't know, tell me if you disagree with this, but his relationship with Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I said it in the car.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, he was obsessed with her, which is not right. That's not how it is. He's not obsessed with her at all, but, like, the whole movie was him trying to get her back. Even, like, there was one tiny little part in the movie where I was like, oh, okay, maybe. And that's when she jumped in. I thought he was going to leave her. That's what I thought. But then he was like, and turned around and jumped in. Like, if he would have just left her, even though I know that's not what's in the comic or anything, but, like, for a split second, it was like, okay, that kind of feels like it, but
it feels like the
whole rest of the movie was, he's just absolutely head over heels obsessed with her,
which is not at all what is supposed. Like, it's supposed to be a fucked up relationship. That's, like, the point. Is, like, he can't have anything good. Like, he can't, like, love. That's, like, one of the points of him. And she could, if she needed to, become a regular person. And that's another point of it, is that she is, in a lot of ways stronger and better than him because she can still have a life, separate from him and separate from all the violence and separate from all the death, whereas he kind of can't. Yeah. Maybe that's something that they were going towards is like,
no,
I need you, you're part of me.
I think they cut out way too much. I think there might have been scenes in there
where he was like abusive and shitty.
Yeah, but
yeah, good.
I think they just cut out way too much.
Now,
why is he in there?
If it was when he was abusive and shitty, if it was when he first straps her down, I think that's cheap shit. Because that's just turning her into Harley Quinn. But I think you need to show it afterwards. Because she's not the woman he wants her to be at first, and then he turns her into it, right? Okay. So then but the point of it is that even when she does everything for him and it becomes everything that he wants, he still just doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Or when he gives a shit, but then when the chips are down, he doesn't. You know what I mean? Now I don't give a fuck, and we'll just slap the shit out of her, drop her off a roof, shoot her, whatever. Like, he doesn't give it. He doesn't care. But this showed you said it before. What did you call it? Relationship something?
What do you mean?
Relationship goals. They made it look like relationship goals.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh, look how much he loves her. Look at their crazy love. Oh man, look how it's so cool. So like they romanticized it when really, and I get it. That's just, I guess if you don't really read the comics, it's easy to romanticize the shit out of it because all you ever see is them like in an embrace, and it's like, oh man, that's great. Except you just don't see when he's beating the shit out of her all the time, and she's like begging for him to stop, and he got like old school fucking horrible shit, just beating the shit out of her. So I think that's almost insulting that they took that and made it like, look how much he cares. Yeah. It's like, fuck that. No, he doesn't. That's fucking shitty. Like, again, that makes him look like a bitch, too. So now instead of being this monstrosity that this, one of the greatest villains of all time is supposed to look like, he looks like a fuckboy who looks like a fuckboy, and he just basically is a fuckboy in this movie. Like, they turned the Joker into a fuckboy. I don't know how you could do it, but they did it. I mean, Christ. Like, how do you fuck that up? It's like taking Darth Vader, right? You take Darth Vader, and you just take him out of all the armor and replace all of his broken limbs and all that fucked up shit with just kind of a fat old man and take away his voice. And he's still Darth Vader. It's still him. But now he's just a fat old man who doesn't have any powers either. Take away his powers, too. And there you go. That's what it reminds me of. Neutering the shit out of him, which was annoying. And making... I did like how Harley Quinn picked herself up after he died, though. Yeah. Which is like, yes, that's her. Like, she rolls with it. Like, she comes right back. That's the point. That's why she's awesome. Like, she takes a fucking, like, well, this sucks. You know what I mean? God damn it. Like, my pudding's dead. But then she's right back on the horse and ready to go fucking kick ass. And it's like, good. That was the one thing that I really, really liked about that. Mm-hmm. And, I don't know, I think that was really good. But I wish that they...
Listen,
he just wasn't in it. Like,
he shouldn't have been.
You didn't need him at all. Like,
for me, like, I can't give an opinion because he wasn't in the movie enough for me to give an opinion.
That's true.
Because I can look past the way he looks if they do him right.
I just can't.
And they could have done him right, and maybe in all these deleted scenes they did do him right, but we'll just never honestly see.
Maybe.
And that's, if they cut him out this much, then they should have just cut him out completely.
I agree.
Because he didn't belong in the movie.
Yeah. And his personality wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
He wasn't, because if you think about it, he is whatever the next evolution is. Like, every Joker is different because they need to be, because that's the only way to do it. Not every Batman is different because... what do you do with that? There's not much you can do, but...
Apparently, he's like a darker...
Well, it's because he kills people, but that's from, it's from the Frank Miller's version of Batman. Whatever. It's from something. He didn't just make that up. But, I think, like, you had Jack Nicholson, or you had, what the hell was his name? The guy from the TV show, whatever. But he was Caesar Romero. You had Caesar Romero, who was like, like just goofy and I'm a butthole. And then you had Jack Nicholson, who was like straight from the comic book. Like, if you ever want to see a Joker that's right out of the comic book, Jack Nicholson's the guy. You know what I mean? Because he's just, hey guys, like all fucking crazy and all that shit, and still really theatric. Everything's a little bit different because he paints his face instead of it.
No, he doesn't. Do you remember? We watched it. He is white, but he puts on makeup.
That's what I said.
I thought you meant like...
He paints his face. Is that what I just said?
He puts on people makeup to look like a person.
He does?
Yeah, do you remember? We watched it recently. Yeah.
That's fucking horrifying. So, that's scary as shit. That's the scariest fucking thing I've ever heard. That is, he puts on people face. That's disgusting. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Because when he's on the news, he says he takes off his makeup, but he didn't. Yeah. Oh, and he wipes his face, and it's, oh, God. That's disgusting. Okay, so, there you go. That's a great Joker. That's right out of the comic books Joker, older comic books. And then you have the Heath Ledger Joker, who, you can't be Nicholson.
Yeah.
And you can't be, you don't want to be Cesar Romero, but you can't be Nicholson, who's straight out of the comics, so you have to reinvent him. So how do you reinvent him, make him like...
You put some gold chains on it.
No. So that's... so Heath Ledger's was, like, really dark and disgusting, and, like, was he theatrical? Yeah, but not in a happy way. It was just, like disgusting and genuinely scary. Yeah. Genuinely horrifying. Like, I would be scared looking at that man. You know what I mean? Because he's just, like, unwashed, like, disgusting person. So I guess it makes sense that you have to change him drastically again. So, I keep slamming the table. It's probably loud as shit. No, look how loud it is. It gets so loud. But so I guess it makes sense that this next evolution of the Joker, or this reinvention of him, would be basically a skinny weasel pimp, or a prison bitch. Looks like a prison bitch that someone else used as tattoo practice, kinda writing shit on his face. And on his
Harley
head
had that too.
She did, right on her jaw, rotten. Right. Well, because she's a plaything for the Joker. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, okay, whose plaything was Joker? You know what I mean? Like, who did he belong to? I would like to see that movie. That sounds interesting. Like, Jesus Christ. But, so I guess I get it, because you need to change it. And, again, part of the personality sounded alright, because he was, like, growling and shit, and, like, wah. And when he sat on the guy, and was like, woo, and, like, touching him and all that. Okay, cool, get it.
Not enough to form an opinion.
Not enough to form an opinion. Also, he looks like a fucking idiot. But, and the relationship with Harley was terrible.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
But so I think he made that movie a much worse movie. I'm really angry that he was in that movie because it made it shittier. It brought down the rest of the movie.
Did not move the movie along at all. Like, if you take him out of all the parts he was in, like, what did he provide to it? Except he separated...
The Joker.
He separated Harley for a good 5 minutes, maybe.
Nothing happened.
Was back.
Yeah.
So...
She could have just as easily hijacked that helicopter her damn self. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
didn't progress the story.
He deactivated the thing.
But it didn't matter, because they broke them.
Yeah, I know.
They went back to jail at the end anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't matter.
I know. You don't have to tell me that. I know.
I do.
It pisses me off. It pisses me off so bad. But so I think he is the worst part of the movie. If you're going to go see the movie, the Joker's the worst fucking part of it. So, have fun with that. It's
only 15 minutes.
Yeah. Visually, I thought the movie was very appealing.
I loved it.
Visually, it was a very pretty movie. Holy shit. The best part, visually, was Enchantress.
Yes.
Goddamn.
Yes.
That was so... Oh my god, that was awesome.
So pretty.
The part where she first summons her and you see her hand come up under her hand and flip... Oh, like... Ooh! And fuck her abilities. Like, fuck that. She starts touching the general. Yeah. Please don't touch me. She's like, ah. Like, she's just creepy and crazy and awesome. So she was pretty great. But goddamn. Definitely cool. But as far as, like, overall, it was okay.
Yeah,
it was an okay movie.
Like, the plot was just kind of, Because, I mean, what happens in the beginning? I want to form a suicide squad in case, something bad happens. Something bad happened. Coincidentally, right after we had this meeting.
Yeah. Did
you do this,
day
Amanda?
After. Well, because it happened, I guess, because of the Suicide Squad, technically.
Yeah.
Like, Because she was trying to hold the heart of a, like, demigod.
But...
Got pissed off.
Yeah, there was no real plot in it, honestly.
No, there wasn't. No, yeah, the overarching story wasn't that impressive. Like I said, that's why it's not, like, a great movie. It's just a fun movie.
Superhero movie, but...
Well, there are superhero movies that were... Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought, was a lot of fun. It was really... And it was good because the character development and everything was great. But the only thing that sucked about Guardians of the Galaxy was the main villain. He was basically about as entertaining as a bowl of pudding. Like, kind of drippy pudding.
I mean, that could be pretty interesting, though.
No, it couldn't.
It could.
I said before...
The spaghetti.
The Joker... If they replaced the Joker in this new Suicide Squad movie with a bowl of spaghetti that was spilling onto a table, I would have had a lot more fun with that movie. First of all, it would have been, like, legit. Take every single scene, and every time, like, the Joker's supposed to be on screen, just cut it to a bowl of spaghetti spilling on the table. And I think that would actually be a really funny movie, because it wouldn't get old, because it's so sparse and randomly put in there. His scenes are so random and stupid that, like, when it happens, you're like, the goddamn spaghetti again. Good times.
Like, with him and with those scenes, like, some of them lasted, like, 2 seconds. Like, him in the car. Like, why was that there?
And it kind of pisses me off that it was supposed to be, like, Harley Quinn's backstory. Yeah, they still did a pretty good job. Like, when she was in the water, she can't even breathe, but she gets up and tries to stab the Batman, and it's like, god damn, like, you are fucking brutal. Like, alright, cool. But, like, the part where it was just the Joker sitting there, and she was, like, dancing on the stripper pole, and then the Joker, like, shoots the thug who was like, yeah, your girl hot, you know, and then he's like, you shouldn't have said my girl's hot, and then he shoots him in the face, and it was like, there was no point to that. Especially also, because the whole point to that scene was supposed to say, God help you if you insult his woman. And that was what led into that scene about that guy talking to the Harley Quinn and getting shot in the face. Except, like, that's not scary. All he did was shoot the guy. Like, okay, alright, he's dead. Good job. You know what I mean? Like, I thought he was going to start, like, ripping the guy's eyes out, or I thought he was going to make, like, when he said, she now belongs to you. You know what I mean? She's yours now. I thought Harley was going to be like, oh, I can do whatever I want? And he goes, sure, and she rips him apart. I thought that would have been cool if, like, you know what I mean? Like, have fun, Harley. And it's like, oh my god, she's horrible. You know what I mean? Like, just, woo, like, stabs him a bunch or whatever. That would have been cool. But instead they turned it into just like, I'm going to shoot you in the face once. You know, it's like, that's boring. It's really boring. Not theatric at all. Not entertaining.
You didn't even see it, though.
You didn't even see it. He goes bang, and his head goes sideways. And it was like, wow. Like, what a crazy man.
All, like, the deaths and stuff, they happened off camera. What was this rated?
Not Slipknot. Slipknot was the heart of this movie.
You didn't even see him. He just dangles for 2 seconds.
Something else that pissed me off. The backstories. So, the backstory for Harley Quinn lasted forever. Christ. The backstory for Deadshot, cool though.
Didn't last as long.
Didn't last as long and was better, of course. Because it had both. It had two villains in it. But, I thought Deadshot's was entertaining. It was good. It got the point across. It was good shit. And then you had, like, Killer Croc for, like, a second describing him. Not really.
It was just him in his
cell, yeah. Killing people in his cell, and they left their bones. I thought that was pretty cool. But,
Boomerang had one.
You had Boomerang.
Who else?
I liked Boomerang. I liked that Boomerang's was that long. I wish there was more just because I love him, but it kind of just makes sense to have it like, I'm robbing a bank! Ah! You know what I mean? Like, fuck! Like, you know, like, okay. Like, because he's just such a shithead, and it's like, alright, one and done, he's all done.
Diablo was like 5 seconds long, just him coming out of the house, that was it.
Well, because they wanted to save it for later, which I get, especially when they're like, how'd you catch him? And it's like, we didn't, he gave himself up. And it's like, okay, I'm more interested in that. Yeah. So that makes sense. I wish Killer Croc, cut out, fucking, goddammit, cut out everything with the piece of shit ferret Joker and replace it with awesome...
I don't see a ferret.
I see like one of the, you know why? Because he's so white that he reminds me of those little white ferrets. And he's like, you know what I mean? He's like a skinny little weird man. But... replace all those scenes with backgrounds for Killer Croc. I would have loved to see what the fuck was Killer Croc up to, and they said he like got chased out of Gotham. I want to know what that's about. I want to see a little fight between Croc and the Bat, you know what I mean? Like, Batman coming in, punching him, and he's like, fuck you, punches him back, scratching him, or Batman just seeing him being like, whoa, what's that? You know what I mean? Was that a crocodile man? Like, that's fucking awesome. I think that would have been a lot cooler, but instead the backstories were kind of poopy. I did like Katana's, even though it was kind of short, you got the point, and it was like, nice. Flags was alright. Yeah, Flags was okay.
I was just gonna say, like, he didn't have a purple suit. That does not count. Come on.
He was in a purple suit.
That's not a purple suit.
Yeah, his, like, weird, like, snakeskin suit or whatever the fuck it is.
That's not a suit.
But,
I don't count that guy, though. He's a military guy, right?
Flag?
Yeah.
He's still important in the Suicide Squad.
Like the comics?
Yeah, he's in
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He, like, leads them originally.
Oh.
I think he was one of the... Because he's their handler. He's the one that's out there with them. But, yeah, I wish that they had... You know what? If they had introduced Slipknot as an actual character...
Yeah, he wasn't.
That way, that maybe would have been more interesting.
That's how I knew he was going to die.
Oh, yeah, you knew right away, yeah.
And I
Here
kind of
comes our red
actually...
shirt. You know,
I was waiting for Boomerang to die, honestly. Because they had nothing really with him.
Yeah, but you can't kill Boomerang. You can't kill Boomerang.
Did he die in Assault on Arkham?
No.
Okay.
He always ends up in situations where you're like, well, he's gonna definitely die, or he can never make it out of that. And then you see him later, and it's like, you again. Like, that's what's wonderful about him. In the comic book, they sell him. They use him as a trading chip to like this huge basically it's called Basilisk. It's like Hydra, but for DC, and they trade him as like, you know, here, we'll give you him if you give us information or whatever. And so they're gonna kill him, and you're like, all right, cool, he's gonna die. And then you see him again later, and it's like, okay, like he's just back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't die, like, which is why he's great. He's fucking wonderful. You looking up enchantments right now? Yeah, but so yeah, those are kind of my feelings about Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go see it, be ready for a fun movie. Be ready for a lot of violence. A couple bad jokes, but a couple good ones. A couple good funny moments.
That
in there.
had the whole audience like laughing.
Yeah. Like
So,
there was
yeah.
a lot of the shit that Deadshot says. I thought was fucking awesome. Yeah. He is so goddamn. He delivers those lines. It's so believable. I think that's why. Like where he holds the gun. And, like, he goes, all right, so this is a fake gun with dummy rounds, obviously. And he shoots it up into the air, and you hear, like, boom! And everyone's like, fuck! And he goes, y'all must be crazy! like, you fucking gave me a real gun? Like, are you fucking nuts? But, like, I thought he was pretty great. And when he lists off his lists of demands to the guy, and the guy goes, you got nothing to... You know, you got no room for negotiation here. And he goes, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to your boss. And, like, points next to the guy. Like, and he goes, you heard my list. See you later. You know what I mean? Like, I thought he was really fucking funny.
Yeah.
Boomerang, just love him. Love everything he did. Also, Diablo was, like, the heart and soul of the movie. I loved him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of speaking lines. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't do a lot until the end. And like,
that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, holy
really
shit! Awesome. When he goes, you want to see what I can really do? Like, fuck, that was awesome. I'm not talking about when he flamethrowers the people on the bridge. I'm talking about the very end, like, boss battle shit. It was awesome. So he is great, and he's just like out of the comic books, the ones that I have anyway, which I think are New 52. Yeah, they are. But he was excellent. But yeah, overall, let's do overall things. We'll probably chop this up, right? So. Overall,
why not, honestly.
Oh, okay, cool. Overall, what are your feelings?
It was alright. I would still probably want to own it, but like it was nothing.
You got a little eyelash on.
Yeah, do I? Now it's in my nose. I could feel it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, nothing to write home about. Definitely wasn't super exciting, but it's not what all the reviews are saying.
What are they saying?
Like, on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever. Like, Like,
what, is it good or bad?
No,
like
it's getting a lot of bad reviews. Like, remember the whole "Let's take down Rotten Tomatoes"?
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not so that bad.
Oh, I don't like that they're saying mean things. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
It's not an atrocious piece of shit. You know what I mean? It's definitely not like a sack of monkey crap. It was a lot of fun. It had a lot of character and a lot of like potential. Like definitely.
Whoever did the movie. Just, I don't know what they did, though. Like, they cut it up too much, I think.
Yeah. Well, they had a bunch of reshoots and shit.
I don't know. I wish I could have seen it originally and compared it. Because maybe it didn't need all the reshoots, and maybe they should have done the reshoots a little bit better so that they go from scene to scene. Because there were some times where I physically noticed it, and I usually don't notice it.
The cuts?
In movies, yeah, where you can tell, like, it definitely wasn't, like, characters will be in completely different positions, their clothing's all clean. I usually don't notice that, but it was a couple times, like, it was, like, in your face. Mm-hmm. They didn't do a good job with that at all.
No.
The pacing, sometimes, it's just, like, jerky. Yeah, so...
Yeah, I could see that.
But I liked it, still, you know.
Yeah, I did too. I think it's still... Is it worth seeing in the theaters? Yeah, I would say so. Because, it's fun. It's cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If this is supposed to be... Like, you have Marvel and DC, right? Because that's the race.
This was probably the best DC movie so far. I mean, Wonder Woman looks pretty good.
Wonder Woman looks fucking cool. Yeah. I didn't go see Batman vs. Superman.
I have no interest.
It looked like monkey's poop.
Interest.
But... If there's like the Marvel and DC race, one of my friends was just telling me that this is supposed to be like the Guardians of the Galaxy of DC, and if it's supposed to be that, they fucked up real bad and dropped the ball. But as its own thing, it was decent. It was fun. I would like to see if they make another one, if they do a good job. Maybe they'll learn from their mistakes. Maybe now this time they won't chop it up because they know what. Hey, let's make the movie funny right away without reshooting.
But then
let's put in the good music. The good music.
I feel like
all the music in the beginning was like pretty good.
The same people work on the same movies, though, right?
I hope not.
Because I feel like they're trying to put all this stuff into the Justice League movie, but that trailer was so just flat and not funny.
Boring. Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm not going to go see a fucking Justice League movie, but I would see a second Suicide Squad movie. I probably wouldn't see it in theaters because of this one. I might.
I'll buy tickets.
You would buy tickets?
Yeah.
All right, then I guess I'll see it in the theaters if it comes out. That's fine. But
I don't think there will be another one.
Really?
I don't think there will be.
Because this one got so fucked.
They didn't set it up. They have no plans right now for another movie.
Well, yeah, they did. Harley Quinn got... that's for the Justice League.
Yeah,
that's for another Batman movie, yeah.
I mean, she got out. Oh.
She's gonna pop out.
I mean, of course she got out. I mean, they always escape. Villains always escape.
Yeah.
It's not really setting up another movie. There was no, like, oh, this is gonna happen in the future. She just got out of jail. That doesn't set up a movie.
Yeah. Where it sets up like a Batman movie, not a Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
But either way, I don't know.
And I'll see.
I would like to see another Suicide Squad movie. I would like to see it without the Joker.
I would like to see it with the Joker. Not. I want to see more of that character.
I want to see a Batman movie with the Joker. I want to see it in the element that he's supposed to be in. I want to see it with him talking to Batman, going, "I love you, Batman." You know what I mean?
I want to be able to form that opinion, though. I would like to see him and the new Batman.
Yeah, you know what?
That would be interesting, because the new Batman kills people, right?
This was almost... Yeah. So I can't really see him surviving. Well, he kills people. Why did he save Harley Quinn at the end? Right there, when he pulled her out of the car. What was the point of that?
I don't know.
I thought he kills people.
I don't know the new Batman.
I don't know the new Batman either. Either way, whatever. Maybe they're just that inconsistent with it, but...
They are.
They what?
I mean, the end of that movie, Amanda Waller completely cut her character. She was asking for Batman's help. She had information on superheroes. Like, why does she have... If she had information on superheroes, why is she setting up a...
Kick. Well, superheroes are way stronger.
But one's a kid. The Flash was the person, one of those files.
Was it?
Yes. So, like...
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that. Was it Barry Allen or whatever?
So, I mean, there are tons... Like, if she has all these files on superheroes, she could easily, like... if she's that ruthless person...
Because she needed Bruce Wayne's help.
Yeah, but why? And why does Bruce Wayne...
I don't see Amanda Waller as ever needing
going
anybody.
To Amanda Waller? They hate each other.
Well, she's... Alright, so from the comics, Amanda Waller is fucking good at what she does.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. No one better. Bruce Wayne is, like, close at, you know, hey, I got shit on everybody, but she like, knows who he is. She figures it out. That's obviously by that. But, and so that's the same as it is. But... So if he comes to her, that would kind of make sense because she's like, this is her life.
She wants him.
He's busy fighting.
She was giving him the information for protection.
Yeah, that I hate.
Yeah,
that I hate. Amanda Waller don't need fucking protection from dick. Are you kidding me?
After
like
she killed her own people.
Yeah, she's one of the scariest human beings on the planet, and that's like a consistent thing.
Yeah. Is
that even members of the Suicide Squad, monsters who have killed people, some of them are like, yo, fuck Amanda Waller though. Like that's a scary bitch. Like. Yeah. Cool, but now instead, basically teary-eyed coming to Batman. And can you protect me? And it's like, what? Like, what the fuck?
Like, the reason I don't see another Suicide Squad movie is because her team failed so much in this movie that there's no way.
They were the cause of it. Like, her Suicide Squad, her trying to hold the Enchantress caused the main villain for the movie. I also didn't like that. I wish that Enchantress wasn't a part of the Suicide Squad.
She wasn't.
Well, she was originally supposed to be.
Yeah.
I wish that she was just something that woke up.
Yeah.
And then just came out. But I guess they needed to add that whole romance in with the guy and her.
Is she even a villain or is she a superhero? I doubt she's a hero, but...
She's a villain.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I don't know too much about her, but...
Because like
fucking
when I was
movie made
me
want to know more about her.
Her picture, she has like a cape and she's like in Wonder Woman armor, so she doesn't look like an ancient looking thing, you know?
Yeah,
so
probably changed it up.
Well, I'm saying she looked like a superhero.
Oh,
she didn't look like whatever she looked like in the movie.
Yeah, some of the villains can look like superheroes if you look at them. Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash kind of looks like a superhero. He's exactly like Flash. Reverse Flash. So Reverse Flash was a big villain, for Flash against Flash. He was a member of the Suicide Squad in one of the New 52. He dies.
Yeah.
He blows up in a fucking nuke because he goes to save people and like rips all his. Well, it might have traveled him back in time. I don't know, but it was a time travel bomb, which is fucking stupid. Why not just make a bomb? But so he might have got a. Well, it was in the ones that you were reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you probably saw him. He was the guy who ran real fast and had lightning all around him.
Well,
he basically was like the Diablo of that one. Because he's like, I don't want to hurt people anymore. I want to be a good guy. And then he also had a talk with Harley Quinn. I was like, you don't need to hurt people anymore. You can be a good guy. And I was like, all right, good job. Just whatever. That's a whole different thing. But yeah. So Suicide Squad, it's all right.
Yeah, it was all right.
Well,